Hey guys, Dale here, back with some more RimWorld, and we have landed on a tile that we're going to try and establish a permanent base on. I think we have done some hunting just so that we can, recycle the material that we get, but also to train up our folks that are lower skill in shooting. I've also queued up a bunch of mining jobs, and I have taken the time to build out an initial base. So this is where our ship's going to be. We'll need to take off and kind of like redock it now that I actually have plans. But we'll do a little growing area down here, just kind of like a little docking type area that'll lead into recreation. We'll have transporter room 1 and 2, dining hall right here, crafting facilities. Dining hall is kind of far away from anything that we would use to produce meals. I think we're not really going to be growing food down here. We're going to be growing resources, right? So things we'll need for building like cloth, things for like medicine production. So I think we'll stick to our plasma generation for food generation for now. I have done a few more private bedrooms. We have private bedrooms on the ship, so I don't think everyone needs to like move into this base. We'll do a barracks right here. We'll do a proper hospital here and some research facilities right there. We are going to have traditional research benches because we can't do any of the rim effect research on this research bench with this multi-analyzer. So we need like an actual full-sized one. So we'll get that going. We'll do our ideology room. We'll have some geothermal. And so hopefully that'll like amp up our plasma production quite a bit. There is something that I want to do to help us kind of like get a boost on some of our research. So right now we're working on transport pods. Geothermal is pretty heavy. I also want to do bridges and deep drilling. We have a quest, and this should be from the Rim Effect series of mods. Sammy, prime pilot of ExoNexus, says her people found an old Prothean beacon near Zenith landing site. Sammy has no people to spare to launch an excavation, but if you make it to the location specified, you can gain a significant boost to your research capabilities. So I'm thinking that this is going to have some of those tech prof sub-persona cores or whatever that instantly complete research, and I would like to do that for geothermal. So hopefully we get more than one, but if we only get one, we'll use geothermal. Let's go ahead and accept the quest. It's being guarded by some Neanderthals. Jump to the guarded Prothean beacon. Take a look at where that's going to be. In relation to us, it is outside of transporter range. I'm thinking since this is a spot that we're going to be hanging out for a while, we might do something that we haven't done yet, and that is let's start launching some transport relays to extend our transporter range. Orders, I'm seeing something that hasn't been painted, so we're going to do that. Let me grab the transporter console. There is an icon build transporter relay, and so it's going to take 50 steel. So this is obviously a placeholder recipe. You prioritize hauling to the transporter relay, but I'll show you guys what this looks like. Once we've hauled the materials, then we will have the button to launch the relay. That'll take us to the world map. We have to launch the relay somewhere within transporter range, but it can't be too close to any existing transporter rooms or transporter relays. So we want to build towards this guy, and what it'll do is it'll extend the range of our transporters, I think by like 10 more cells. I can't remember what number I've set. So we deploy it. I should probably do a little animation or something. We have the site, so now when we select our colony or site, we have extended our transport, and we're going to do that a couple more times so that we can get this within range and we don't have to take off. Let's go ahead and we don't have a cooldown. It's only 50 steel, very, very temporary. We're consuming a fine meal, and then you cannot haul. You haul. Okay. Go ahead and do this again. So yeah, we can't we can't put it too close to any existing colonies or transporter relays. And I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I was putting them this way to get this way, but it expands the whole circle. So that's not a huge deal. Why don't we just go here and take a look at the world? And we're within transporter range of that now. We have 2 transporter relay sites up. We have a pretty big area that we can transport to. How many people? Let's say it didn't tell us, right? So let's go ahead and make sure we have 5 transporter paths. Let's get a team. We have 5 charges and 5 charges, so we're good to go on transporting 5 people there and transporting 5 people back. Let's assemble an away team. Let's get Magnus in there. He's super zippy. He has that sword as well. We'll get people with rifle. So you guys. I think that's good for now. We will just grab the fine meals just in case they decide that they need to eat. And, you know, those fine meals will be remade by the protein synthesizer pretty quickly. Okay, ready to beam out. Let's go. Select a beam in location. Okay, we can see it. We can see what? There's 3 of them, 3 visible ones. Oh, there's a site here as well. Why don't we just transport in like right there? Okay, and we had an update, so our folks spawn in drafted now, so they aren't like wandering immediately. Oh, there's insects there. Okay, so a little bit more complicated. Magnus, why don't you stand up front? Go ahead and search and destroy, my dude. Prison took a hit. Okay, site is clear. Magnus, let's have you guys investigate the site since we're here. You guys follow him. Vea, why don't you... Oh, what are our options? We claim it. And then Vea, open the beacon. Okay, we got 3. That is excellent. Okay. So we'll be able to kind of do a bunch of research really, really quickly. I'm not sure what all research I'm going to want to do. Open these crates. I'm hoping for Gravlite panels. Got some Glitter World medicine. That's great. And a cataphract helmet. Ooh, this place is like covered in insect slime. Okay, this was more than I expected, but it's pretty cool. Let's take a look. What does this tile say about the site? It is mountain and it's an infested settlement. Okay, cool. That makes sense. It does look very infested. Oh, actually, Magnus. Why don't you start looking down there? Okay, we are revealed. Okay. Is there anything in there? No, it's just like a wall of sludge. Okay. Crimson, go ahead and open that guy up. And Luciferium. We've seen so much Luciferium this run. Okay. Have you destroy those guys. medicine. And some more parts. Okay, I think just another room back here, and then we'll get these guys back home. Okay. And I assume this is just a big open space, so you guys are free to go. Let's go ahead and grab you, beam you home. Let's make sure we grab all our things. We will take these guys. And we'll take this and this. We'll turn these guys into chem fuel. Oh, and we'll get these maps. So, accept. Everyone's here. I'm gonna forbid those for a moment. I want to bump this up. Why don't you use that? Okay, finished geothermal. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and get one started right there. And what other research? Long-range mineral scanning, I'm not too worried about. Autocannon is kind of high. Bionics are kind of high. Vitals monitor is kind of high. And what other research might I want? Ground penetrating. We need to do deep drilling first before we can do that. Precision rifling. Pulse charge munitions. What do we need? Oh, we need precision rifling for that. It would be great to get some like pulse charge weapons on our turret. I mean, on our grav ship. So if we did precision rifling. Oh wait. Okay, we can just use that. Okay, and then wrong button. Let's queue you, move you to the top. You can get charge weaponry as our defenses, so that will be excellent. What do I want? I want transporter pods so we can build a shuttle. I think that's probably the order that I want to go in. Maybe that. Actually, deep drilling is pretty important. Okay, we will do that. That is cool. Geothermal, and then I guess what I probably want to do is start working on this section up here first, and then we'll get this bridge going across. Oh, heavy bridges. Let's queue you up top. Okay, I am gonna get some blueprints down for us. Okay, well, I do want to reposition the ship. We have gotten started on some things. We have a quest site that's popped up, though. So I think we'll fly the ship over. We won't get rid of the map. And then when we come back to this map, we will reposition accordingly. So let's go ahead and launch. Go ahead and hit that site up, and let's begin. Okay. Okay, well, there isn't too much there, so if anything shows up while we're gone, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, we are coming in for a landing pretty close to this ancient warehouse launch site, whatever it is. Are there any uplinks on the map? Okay, didn't think so. Let's go for ore. There is some gold. We will mine that up. And it is the middle of the night. It's 2 a.m. I had them do a ship launch, so I'm going to let them sleep, and then we will check out this site in a little bit. We can launch in 23 hours. Cargo pods. Right here. We got some fine desserts. Those probably won't be there when we get back. There were quite a few animals on this map. Okay, let's crack this guy open and see what's inside. Okay. Oh, chem fuel is great. And fuel at a launch site makes sense. Oh, there's an uplink. And the map was very quiet. Anything else? Just that one big building. There's some smaller ruins over to the side. I don't really care about those. Anything that looks like an ancient danger, maybe? I am kind of like interested in hunting for tech prints, so. Nope, don't see any of those. Okay, you guys are free to go. Let's grab all these and we'll pop those guys open. We will unforbid all the other things. Okay. And we'll head back home in 18 hours. Okay, we are back home. We are positioned the way that I am expecting to be positioned. We are building hidden conduit over to this generator, so that should help us with plasma generation. I might reinstall our EPS manifold if the one we currently have starts to cap out. Manifold's making about 422 plasma per day. So yeah, I think it's probably time that we get this one in before that generator gets hooked up. We don't really have a good spot for it anywhere, do we? At least not here. I guess we could stick it like right there for now. And zone, let's just cover that up. Okay, so I think a little bit of mining and building, and we will see what Randy throws at us. The other things that we could do is we could do some of these quests. So we might hop on that. We have 2 of them, and then we'll need a 3rd one. We'll need a reliquary to store it. Maybe we'll store them over in this space. I kind of don't have like anything defined for there. So I'll have to remember to hold on to some gold for us. Let's get these mined and out of the way. Okay, we made quite a bit of progress. We have our 2nd geothermal up. I've just been kind of watching the manifolds, network converting this manifold 5012 600 total. It's like 7 a.m., so solar panels should be in full effect. So we aren't quite maxing out 2, but we should be ramping up our production to get about 1,000 produced a day. We'll see how that goes. Other than that, I have refined our plans a little bit. We did move the schoolroom in, and then as soon as we can get more steel, we're just like carving steel out of the sides of this map. Then I'll get some flooring down, we'll get some furniture, we'll get some people moved in there, and I think we're gonna go ahead and like redesign the interior of the ship. One thing that I haven't taken advantage of, like I tried doing the communal space on these crew bunks, but whenever the bunks are marked as communal, if 2 people are sleeping in them, they get the shared a bed debuff, which I don't like. But we do have alternates for that. We have, I think, loft beds, right? Yeah, so we have loft beds. So what we could do is just kind of maybe like open up the middle of this and have it be our production space so that we can have these tiny grav ship production buildings and then loft beds. And we'll set the loft beds to like communal beds for people when they're traveling on the grav ship. We'll still have some permanent beds for some of our crew. Like I think it makes sense for our captain to like stay on the ship. You know, it is his ship. It is his crew that we've been searching for and all that fun stuff. But maybe we don't need as much hospital resourcing on this. We don't need the cribs on this. We can move it into a space up here. But yeah, let's take a look at this quest. Crater of the Broken Empire caught in bed. Now he warns you to keep the prisoner, Wilbur, caged until the scandal blows over. We'll get mech clusters, we'll get tech prints. I'm trying to get our tech prints like marked off so that we can get to the laser one. I'm not too worried about that stuff. Skill trainer crafting would be excellent. Sensitizer could be excellent. Let's grab it for this. A Janissary. I think we have space for a Janissary. Gear. You're a genie. Oh, he did show up with a proton rifle, though. No, he showed up with a phaser rifle. How good is your phaser rifle? Biocoded normal. Okay. We don't have a prison set up, do we? Let's go ahead and I guess we'll just mark. No, there's a child in there. Let's just build a little prison real quick. I guess we could build furniture out of wood. I was thinking of building it all out of steel, but wood makes sense also. Who's our best? It's Reed. Reed, where are you? Why can't I order you to do things? Why can't I order one to do anything? I can order that. Why can't I order construction of this bed? If I do that... Okay. That's very strange. I have no idea what's going on there. I will keep an eye on it. We'll see if we can get that bed built. You have blood rot. You are sedated for a day. So we need to get you somewhere, anywhere, even just temporarily. So let's go ahead and set that for prisoners. Why don't you go ahead and capture him? And how long are you going to be here for? You're going to be here for 18 days. It's pretty long, but whatever. Okay, figured out why I couldn't order him. It's because we didn't have any wood. Just being a little silly. I think maybe a little paranoid because, you know, I'm testing this mod right now, so. Okay, we had a mech cluster spawn like right next to us. And they were then within range, so we woke them up right away. So I guess let's hustle. Let's do combat commands. This one is not related to the quest, though, so it doesn't mention anything. What do we have? We have some Tesserons. We have those guys. Magnus, get in there and then get out. Go. Go, my dude. I don't want that mortar going off. Oh, it actually initiates in 12 days. Well, that was silly. Okay. What I actually need is I need you guys to hustle in here. What are you wearing? You're wearing a Starfleet helmet. Cosmetic. Reset. Well, let's go ahead and we will do that. Does that fix your head? I don't know what's going on with your head. It's very strange, but we'll figure that out at some point, I guess. Okay. Everyone over here. Okay, orders unforbid. Well, I guess a little extra steel. We should probably build some stuff. We need like a machining table. We don't have a machining table in here. Let's go grab ship. We'll build. Oh, we probably don't have enough tiles for it, do we? Or gravlite we do. We do have enough gravlite for it. Stick that in there. Let's do a zone. Just like do that. Do that and that. And we will say storage, this is low priority for those kind of chunks. Actually, we'll say it's preferred. And for dead mechanoids as well. Corpses, automaton, robot, drone, mechanoid. So we'll do shredding in there. Is there also a grab ship version of the melter? Compact, biofuel, fabrication bench. I don't see like a compact smelter. Electric smelter. We'll do that. Just for now. We'll probably reorganize these into this building at some point. Okay, we have like 40 Glitter World medicine, and I don't want to have to deal with wasting just a bunch of industrial medicine treating blood rot every day, so we are going to cure his blood rot. Let's have Dr. Oken go ahead and do that right now. And I don't know if this can fail. I hope it can't, because if it fails, we're not doing it again. Perfect. While you're with us, why don't we convert you? That'll make everyone happy. Been a little while since we've had a combat supplier. Let's go ahead and buy this tech print. I also want these Zeus hammers. I think we're gonna have to. We have plenty of gold to sell them. Why not? Can we get a second Zeus hammer? We can. Okay. Is there anything else that we want to sell? No, we'll keep our equipment that's specific to us. We'll keep these things. We have multiple shuttle engines. I think we're fine the way we are. Let's go ahead and accept that, and then you guys can get rid of these horns and equip the Zeus hammers, which will be nice for mechanoid stuff. What else? More beds. I've moved some people in. I'm mostly moving in non-Starfleet crew, but like Tella is in here because she's married to Castle. I'm gonna move Bea in here in a single bed just because I'm still worried about her killing Jimothy. You know, death by Snoo Snoo. So we will keep them separate. He will stay on the ship, but does it... How badly? Sleeping alone, -4, but he's so happy about everything else. Strong armor, happy youngsters, defeated a mech cluster. We got a lot going on, so they are happy to be in a platonic relationship where they are. I think that's going to be it for today, though. Just to let you guys know, the update to kind of like the second alpha version is out. I mentioned some fixes at the beginning. If you check the change notes on the page, you'll kind of see those. One thing to call out is with this update, the only thing that it will break in your game is potentially you will have old bills that don't show the plasma cost. So right under the amount that you're making, you should be able to see that there's a plasma per craft. And if any of your bills are missing those, you need to delete those bills and then just re-add new bills, and everything should be fine after that. But we got a few different fixes in. I don't have the alert that says I need batteries or a food source anymore. You know, a rework on the map, and when your pawns beam into a quest site, you know, or a map, another map location directly, they will be drafted. So you don't have to worry about them wandering off until you're ready for them to wander off. Thanks for hanging out. As always, until next time, have a good one. Bye.